So apparently a lot of people have been complaining about this. Steam has a new rule now. The new rules are updated to prohibit content that violates rules set forth by payment processors and banks. Now this is going to be mostly from... it is a little bit weird though. So basically, if you guys are not aware, a lot of website, is it? I don't think it's website specifically, but a lot of content from Japan is not widely accepted by Visa and MasterCard. So basically, Steam is going to comply to that and be like, okay, whatever Visa and MasterCard don't accept, we also don't accept. Is what they are saying, right? And I don't think that's a good thing. That means like, so you can see they added a rule disallowing games that violate the rules and standards set forth by payment processors and card networks. So why is Steam's rule trying to align with their rules, right? It's a little bit weird. Or internet network providers. At the same time, many incest themed games were removed from the store. So if you are an incest, wincest kind of guy, it's over. If you are a big fan of incest, you are there for the best incest game ever. Alright, let's have a look. What is the incest game that got deleted? Retired. Incest Tales, Sister and Mom, Sex Village, Incest Tales, Webcam Daughter, Slave of the Police Officer, Interactive Sex Incest Twins, Incest Daughter BDSM Episode 1, Daughter BDSM Episode 2, Interactive Sex Futanari Incest, Futanari Incest BDSM, remove, completely remove, all is gone, no more incest. If you are an incest kind of guy, it's over for you. Remove. Incest Daughters Episode 4, how many episodes are there? Incest Daughter is so famous, there's so many episodes. Okay, it's all gone now. It's all gone. So now you can only play Lost Sword. you can only play Lost Sword and Brown Dust 2. No more incest for you. But even Brown Dust 2 don't have incest, at least not yet, right? That's how it is. So where can you go for incest? You have to go to a special website, right? A special website. So Steam don't allow it anymore, and that's what it is, right? So right now you can see, right, content that may violate the rules and standards set forth by Steam's payment processors and related card networks and banks or internet network providers, in particular certain kind of adults content. So I don't understand why certain adult content is not okay, why some is okay, some is not okay. Because it's a little bit weird, right? If you want to remove every 18 plus stuff, I get it. But if some is okay, some is not okay, why is incest okay but the other one is not okay? So what is the rule here, right? So again, this is just I do think that this is like a kind of a double standard thing, right? So basically Visa and MasterCard is probably the one that set the standards right there. So payment processors allegedly tried to withhold funds from Japanese developers on Steam who release adult games. So that did happen earlier this year, right? So it is going to be a little bit unfortunate, right? Why gay stuff is not removed? I have no idea, right? So let's see what people have to say about this. This is possibly related to PayPal because people in certain regions have not been able to use it to pay on Steam for the past 5 days. Doesn't this mean that Cyberpunk and GTA and Witcher games, there are missions and other stuff that have those elements? I think those are not counted because it's like double standard kind of thing, right? Payment processors playing moral police. It will be interesting to see the opinions of the same people defending incest on the fact those same rules prevent firearm dealers like me from using most common credit card processors because we are considered high risk and fall in the same category as weed stores. Damn, I don't even know what that is, right? But that's going to be a separate one. We need a payment system. Damn. It starts with this. Next step is removing anything with objectionable content or doesn't have enough woke ideology in the game. So how come so many pornographic materials from OnlyFans deemed extreme by standards are still allowed? Do you see the hypocrisy? That's true. Wait, that's actually true, right? If Masterbank and Visa don't allow you to buy incest games on Steam, why do Masterbank and Visa allow you to buy OnlyFans? Right? Like, double standard, right? Now, I do think that a lot of this Masterbank, Visa, they do use OnlyFans. So that's why it's okay with it, right? OnlyFans is banned in most places though. No, it's not about the places, it's about this is about the Master Bank and Visa. You need to know what the conversation here. You need to know what we're talking about, right? Because right now, the payment processors and banks, which is the Visa and MasterCard, they are the one that don't allow this. So it's nothing to do with the places. That one is different. That one is government rules. We're talking about Master Bank and Visa here. Why is Master Bank and Visa okay with this Steam thing, but not okay with OnlyFans, for example, right? So for example, like you can sort of see there's a little bit of double standard right here. They hate anime games, most likely, right? Banks should not be allowed to decide what I can and can't do with my money. I definitely feel like I agree with this guy, right? Like, why is it that you cannot buy certain things? It's your money, right? Now, maybe it's trying to help prevent kids from buying. Is it trying to help kids prevent buying the 18 plus stuff? I'm not sure, right? Because if that's the case, then all the 18 plus stuff should be banned from Steam. But as you can see right now in this conversation, it's just a few select ones, right? Yeah, it's many of these. They have a lot of incest team games specifically. So that's just how it is. This is showing the dangers of oligopoly control over payments. Okay, did Steam consider onboarding a less restrictive payment provider and allow those games affected to still be available but only via payments processed with that processor? Yeah, the more I think of this, the more I feel like Steam really cannot do anything, because if Steam allows, because those cards the payment cannot get through, so Steam will basically be the one that's like, the payment will not go through, so they are the one that have to be held liable, and then people will call Steam for customer support, be like, why my payment don't go through, right? But usually it's the bank. So it's like, you can see why Steam is like sort of like forced to comply and sort of have to remove this. It's not even like they want to remove this, it's more like the payment can't go through. If you buy the games from the Steam, if you use a Visa or Master Bank and then the payment cannot go through, the first thing that you do is you call Steam. But it's not their fault, it's like probably the bank in this case. So you can also sort of see it from that particular standard as well, so I can sort of understand why they need to do this in a way, right? How about NTR? Is your favorite genre? I don't know if NTR is the favorite genre or not, right? Are those going to dictate everything in our lives in the future? I was half memeing on crypto before, but it looks like it might be needed at one point. So you need to use crypto to buy stuff. I don't know if Steam will ever allow that or not. Censorship increase. Yeah, this is censorship, right? If you are against censorship, you shouldn't be okay with this, right? So you are either okay with censorship or you are just not okay with it. Because at the end of the day, this is definitely a form of censorship. Basically, it's a form of the bank telling you what games you can or cannot play, or what is allowed in your country, right? Strong woman equals to OnlyFans. Invest in crypto? There's no point though, because if you want to buy stuff from Steam, how do you... Yeah, I don't know what are the other options, right? Where else can the developers go to? Do Epic Games have the same issue? Probably they would have that as well. Steam may allow it. US pass a bill to make crypto coins an official currency. I don't know, right? If it's an official currency, that will be interesting. Can someone explain what kind of rules payment processor implement and why this is probably bad? Okay. According to a large number of games have been removed. Judging from the list, it appears sex simulator type of games with keywords as incest and slavery make up the majority. There are some confusing cases like the removal of Ace Attorney, inspired investigation game, Trails of Innocence, although this could be a coincidental deletion. Huh. Basically, they will ban anything they label explicit that could be erotic, furry, or LGBTQ. Wow. Here are some of the games. Judge for yourself why people are so upset by this. Retired, remove. They are doing this to censor the art. You shouldn't need someone to tell you why a random third party deciding what art gets to be made is a head thing. Yeah, hopefully they do some sort of you know, if anyone can look into this, it has to be the government, right? That's just how it is. There's nothing like anyone else can do. That's just how it is.